So as we all know, Apple's September event has passed, and with that came a new set of iPhones and some iPads. Pretty exciting. Though Apple did touch on the Apple Watch and was explained that it was bigger, but they really never mentioned how much bigger. They just kind of said it was bigger. Like they had more room on the screen, but they never really gave like the millimeters and stuff like that, which I thought was kind of odd. But doing through some digging, we were able to find out that it was a 41 millimeter and 45 millimeter, but the shrunken bezels obviously makes it look a little bigger. I just thought it was kind of weird that they really didn't mention it on that. They were like, yeah, we're getting a new a new Apple Watch, and it's a Series 7, but we're not going to tell you, the hardware or the sizes. I just thought it was weird. iPad Mini. Now that is something that I would be interested in, since they added the USB-C. And now I know the iPad Pro has like the M1 and has the Type-C as well. But sometimes, 12.9 inches would be just kind of a little bit too big. And I think like with the 8.3 screen that the iPad Mini has is perfect. Like for one on the go, or two to be using with camera. I can connect it USB-C now and go straight off of my camera onto the iPad, which I thought was kind of cool. So that's something that I'm going to be able to maybe get once I'm able to afford it. The little redesign, was kind of cool. They have 500 nit at peak brightness. It was, like I said, 8.3 inches. It does come with the A15 Bionic chip, which is pretty cool. Let's talk about that, because this gives 6 cores, CPU cores, and it also gives 5 GPU cores for something that's 8.3 inches, which is pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Not the brightest thing, like I said, 500 nits at peak, so like if you're outside or something. And I think like the iPad Pro was like 1200, something like that. Maybe 1000. I don't remember off the top of my head. For something that is so, convenient, you can pretty much put it like in a front pullover hoodie pocket. So, I mean, that's something that I would probably use. The portability is just great. They do come in 4 colors: graphite, starlight, gold, and silver, I believe. And the starlight kind of looks like in between gold and silver. That's the way I see it anyway. I don't necessarily see colors too well. So that's like where I'm looking at it. It's kind of like in between that gold and that silver. This is coming with like a better 12 megapixel ultra wide front camera. That was a mouthful. Which will feature center stage, and it also has a 12 megapixel wide rear camera. 12 million, but 12. So rear camera, and it's only starting at $499. You can choose having G5 cellular service or just straight Wi-Fi. So you don't really necessarily have to like get the cellular service, but you get 5G with it. So I don't know, for resale purposes too, like the cellular models do go for a lot more, if you plan on never reselling it. But going to like the whole reason I made this video is I did manage to purchase an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I'm coming from 11 Pro Max, which is a slight upgrade for me. I don't know, there's some people that get the newest model every year. Well, I kind of waited this last 2 years ago so I can get this one, so I skipped the 12. There were 3 major changes that made my mind up. And I know there's probably like different reasons for everyone. But mine was cinematic mode. I thought that was really cool. Having the ability to change the focus after the shot is something I really want to try out. and use as much as I can. The way it was presented was amazing, even if there was like some soft areas. A lot of people did, notice them. I noticed them, but this is coming from like a phone and not like a camera. And then which camera is going to be able to change like the focus points after the shot. So that's something that like I really want to try and really want to try to use, and then bring it to you guys to see like how you guys like it. So maybe do like a couple videos just using the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I think that would be really cool. The second change that came, and I know everyone has been saying, well, Android's had it for years, but the 20 hertz refresh rate, finally, the Pro version has that. So I necessarily always get like the bigger phones. I tend to get those bigger phones because I do have these lunchbox stands, and they just kind of fit my hand better. So I normally do go for like the Maxes, or the largest possible phone you can get. The coolest part about the promotion is it goes onto what you're doing. So if you're just kind of like scrolling or whatever, it may jump from 10 hertz to 60 hertz or 40, and then if you're doing gaming and stuff like that, it will jump up to like 120 hertz. So this kind of helps save with battery. So it's really going to be dependent on what you're doing, and I think that's amazing technology already. So that was the second reason. My third reason is something that just looked amazing to me, and that was ProRes. I ordered the 256 gig version because it offers 4K. If you order the 128 gigabyte base model Pro or Pro Max, you're going to be limited to 1080p, which is kind of like a bummer, but I kind of understand because it's going to take a lot more room. It's going to take a lot of your storage. That's something to keep in mind for you guys. I just kind of wanted to bring that to your attention, just in case you were still thinking about it and you were just kind of like, I want to try it. Get the 256. Yes, it's a little bit more, but you jump from 1080p to 4K in ProRes. And that's just ProRes, okay? So it's not, your normal stuff that you do all the time and you record, and that's just ProRes, the mode. Little off, like side notes, is it does have a better battery life. It does have better screen protection with that ceramic coating. Larger screen for me, because my phone is 6.5 inches, while this one, like the 12 Pro Max before, and then this one is 6.7 inches. So like I said, it's like a slight increase for me. I am kind of like an Apple fanboy, so trying to set that aside and really kind of bring in the information that made my mind up. I know a lot of people think that these are like minute changes, and that's not necessarily true. It's true and it's not true. And I've always had like a coworker telling me, just because you had it first doesn't mean you had it best. That's something that I'll never forget. And it comes to the point where like a lot of people with Android phones and stuff, they'll say, oh, been enjoying it for years. But let's face it, they're not Apple. Like anything that Apple really comes out with, even though like the competitor may have had it for a little while longer, they tend to like really knock it out of the park. Honestly, that's just, honest speaking for me. So let me know, what were the things that excited you about this September event that Apple threw? I mean, iPad mini is probably somewhere in my near future that might happen. iPhone already purchased. I'll have it here Friday the 24th. I did wake up early to get this. I had set my alarm for 4:45, and what happened was Apple was a little late. You know, they shut down their website until 5 o'clock Pacific time. But this time they didn't open it up until like 5:01. Everyone was freaking out on Twitter. Oh my gosh, 5:01, Apple's late. And then it's like it got overloaded. I was lucky enough to squeak out because I had pre-ordered. So I was able to just hit like pay, throw my address in real quick, and then hit submit, and I got my phone. And then after that, when I went to go check to make sure that it went through, like the system was down. So it was just kind of like nerve-wracking at first because it was like, whoa, did I get it? What's going on? And then finally it came back up. My order was placed, and it was just that little hiccup. I mean, I can't even tell you how many people probably go into that site immediately. So I could see like all the orders and stuff really bogging down the servers and whatnot. Another thing that was really, like, I didn't think a lot of people would do was buy that 1 terabyte model. And I guess there was a lot of people talking about like how that was like the one they were going for. It's like, oh my gosh, 1 terabyte on a phone. But one thing I'll give you guys, Samsung people, Android, being able to add storage would be amazing with Apple. I mean, that's one thing that I wish that they would do. Just dreaming. I know it's not going to happen, but it would be cool. I'm happy that I got that. I'm happy that I went that route. I'm happy that I was able to get through. I woke up early AF to make sure I got mine on the Friday I was supposed to be, because if not, I guess pushed out like to mid-October right now or something like that, nearing like end of October, which is crazy. And it's the same thing for the iPad mini. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how the small changes really weren't that small. There may have not been a lot of physical changes, but man, software changes and the notch change, the modes, the Type-C in the iPad mini. I wish Type-C would come to iPhone. Hopefully it does in the next phones that come out, 14 or 15. But everyone's talking about the 14 already. Whatever. Tell me, but I really want to know what excited you the most. Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments if you ordered anything. That would be kind of like really cool to see, like where people were looking at, what they were looking to buy, or what their needs were. Like the 13 looked like a really decent phone. Their 13 Pro has all the same features as the Pro Max, just the Pro Max is a little bit bigger. I believe in these small changes that aren't so small really came through. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment hey or what's up. Let me know that you had subscribed. That way you can enter a giveaway of a condenser mic. We are doing that until we hit 50 subscribers. We are 15 away. Let's make it happen. And once we start get the ball rolling, there'll be better giveaways, bigger giveaways. I eventually want to get to the point where, like I said, I can give away like monitors and whole freaking PCs and just do stuff like that for you guys. I think that would be great. But the winner will be chosen once we hit 50. So we'll do a random like comment or random. I'll put all the names in and do like a random pick, and that way we can choose that winner. So wrap up. iPhone 13's on the way. It'll be here Friday. I ordered my OtterBox Defender case. I looked everywhere for cases, and I got to the point just now where I was like, you know what? I've been using OtterBox for like the last, probably since like iPhone 7. So every other one has had an OtterBox on it. So 7 through now, and now my 13 has had an OtterBox on it. They just protect my phone. I'm clumsy as hell. And I was looking at like these $13 cases, and I just kind of like was like, whoa, bro. You just spent however much on this iPhone. You can go to apple.com and see how much I spent. And you're going to put it in a $13 case? And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. The conversation to have with myself, right? So I ended up ordering off of OtterBox. No, off of Amazon. Also got like my screen protector, because the OtterBoxes don't come with screen protector anymore, which is fine, because their screen protectors kind of sucked. They always like came off or came unglued or something, so it's fine. I would rather just buy my own. They do have their own protector for like $40 or $50, but you know, get a good screen protector, but you don't have to spend that much. Yeah, I got the graphite, so my black OtterBox case, it really won't matter because you don't see the color. Anyway, I was looking at the gold, but then the back of the gold looks like rose gold almost, and I just like the side of it. They're really shiny gold. And anyway, I'm just babbling now. Yes. Let me know what you thought about Apple's event. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Get into the giveaway. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for this Friday, because this Friday I'm going to put a video up about me unboxing my iPhone and first impressions, and just kind of like a quick go through. So stay tuned for that. That should be fun. Thank you for joining me, and my back hurts, and I have to go.